So initially with this whole Damian Lillard trade to the Milwaukee Bucks, I was a bit skeptical. I thought they were giving away a lot. They lose two rotation pieces while only gaining one, which means that an already short bench becomes even shorter. But once you look at the duo of Giannis and Dame Lillard, you almost have to be able to give up anything on your roster to be able to bring in a Dame Lillard to pair with a Giannis, because it reminds me of the way that duos win in the modern NBA. And so we'll talk about that in today's video. Chris Middleton and company will have to be a really good supporting cast with Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis. They've got some young hidden gems we're going to talk about as well in today's video, such as Andre Jackson, their second rounder in this year's draft, which was just such an excellent pick. And then they also bring in a guy like Malik Beasley, who in the past has been a 20-point-per-game scorer. Marjon Beauchamp, I'm a big believer in him, so we'll talk about all that and more. Make sure to stick around for the full video. Hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you are not already. Now let's go ahead and get started. Looking at the truth, okay? The modern-day NBA, all of these duos are made up of guys that essentially do the same thing. You look at the Luka and the Kyries of the world, the Jason Tatum and the Jaylen Browns, the Kawhi Leonard and the Paul Georges. All of these guys, none of them have won a championship together. Okay, you look at the KDs, the Kyries, the KDs, the Hardens. None of these guys have won a championship together. They are basically all ball dominant. While Giannis and Dame kind of remind, I've never seen them play together, but kind of remind me of Jokic and Jamal Murray in the way that they can play off of one another. All the other superstar duos in the league today basically take turns playing iso ball. And honestly, it's been since like Kobe and Shaq before this season that a team was able to have two stars, that can play off of each other so well. Looking at some of the strengths and weaknesses of their game, Dame shoots it 11 times a game from three, or at least he did last year, and shot at 37%, which is very, very solid. Giannis only shoots it 3 times a game from three and shoots 27%. So that, not good at all. That's where, you need better outside shooting. Chris Middleton is a little bit of a help. We'll talk about him later. But that's where you got to bring in some help from the outside. Now, when it comes to the interior, Giannis shoots it twice as much. Okay, those are flipped. But Giannis shoots it twice as much, 18 attempts per game, on 60% from the field, while Dame only shoots 9 attempts from inside the three-point arc and shoots at 56%. So Giannis, much more of the inside score. You have to completely change your game plan. You have to lock up Dame. You have to chase him off screens everywhere on the outside. While Giannis, you got to throw 2, maybe even 3 at him on the inside, because he's the most dominant paint force we've seen since Shaquille O'Neal. Dame, 91% from the free throw line on 10 attempts per game. Giannis, 65%, 12 attempts per game. Obviously, Dame is the better free throw shooter, and he's going to be able to get to the line and make his money there. Now let's compare Drew to Dame, kind of as the guard sidekicks to Giannis, while Drew was the third option, averaging 19.3 points, 7.4 rebounds, 5.1 assists. Dame's going to come in. He's going to be the second option right away, maybe even the first option some nights. He averaged 32 points, 7.3 assists, 4.8 rebounds a game. Absolutely insane numbers from Damian Lillard right there. So, obviously an upgrade. Now, Drew Holiday is probably the best perimeter defender in the world. He's probably the best Damian Lillard stopper right now in the NBA, which is kind of ironic. They just got traded for each other. He's a little bit more efficient than Dame, but again, like I said, he was the third option, so not quite as much volume. Gets to be a little bit more selective. And honestly, Drew winning a championship in Milwaukee, he's going to be a Bucks legend for that, as that lockdown defender on that team. But yeah, they have an elite third option now. Chris Middleton becomes the third option. Last year, he put up 15 a game, 4.2 assists, 4.9 rebounds. And this year, I'm not going to expect him to be as bad as last year. Last year, he was in and out of the rotation with injuries, 44% from the field, 32% from three, only averaged 24 minutes a game. So that'll show you, how out of it he was this year, because for 3 years in a row, he was a very solid player. He made 3 All-Star appearances, 20 points a game, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Those were his averages over 3 consecutive years. I guess you could say his prime. And no, I don't think he's fallen off. He just struggled, being in and out of the lineup with injury. He made 3 All-Star games and shot at 47% from the field, 38% from 3 during that 3-year stretch where he was really, really dominant. And so, yeah, we're going to chalk last year up to injuries. I think Chris Middleton will be back. Do I think he averages, 25 and 4? No, maybe more like 17, 5, and 6 on really good efficiency. That would be a great year for Chris Middleton as the third option. But some of these guys on the bench have to step up. With the departure of guys like Grayson Allen, Javon Carter, the bench is a little bit weak. MarJon Beauchamp, 5.1 points. I think he needs to take a big step. I'm a big believer in MarJon Beauchamp. Look at his per 36 numbers from last year, 14 and 6. He shot at 40% from the field. I think he's a guy that can come in and help the Bucks this year. You know, maybe not right away because, again, it's only going to be his second year, but I think that he can be a big help down the line. Pat Connaughton, he's got to step up. 8 points a game, 5 rebounds, was the starter during that championship run. Remember that because DiVincenzo went down. So Pat Connaughton, he's got to step up. 40% from the field, 34% from 3. Those shooting splits have to be better. And, 3 or 4 percentage points better. And then Malik Beasley last year averaged 13.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists. Kind of a guy that gets forgotten about, but those are solid numbers off the bench. 40% from the field as well, 36% from 3. Really nice numbers. And people forget that just 2 years ago in 2021, Malik Beasley averaged 20 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, 44% from the field, and 40% from 3. Another guy we got to talk about here as a potential hidden gem, Andre Jackson Jr. Really like what they did bringing him in out of UConn. He's a winning player. He just won a national championship. He's not a guy that's going to come out and give you 20, 30 a game, but he is a guy that is going to lock down on defense. He can guard all 5 positions. He's going to be a really good passer. Maybe he doesn't start out making contributions immediately, but I think down the line, this is a guy for the Bucks that is going to help them out a lot. Now, let's take a look at the lineups here. Projected. This is, probably one of the best starting 5s in the NBA. I don't know, the Suns are stacked up. The Nuggets are dang good. They just won a championship. Who else? Boston, obviously. Philadelphia. So this is up there. Could it be the top lineup in the NBA? Yes. You could definitely make an argument for it, and I wouldn't be able to counter it. Brook Lopez, Giannis Antetokounmpo, best defensive duo in the league. However, the only thing I could say, maybe down the line, MarJon Beauchamp starts. We saw him start a little bit last year. Maybe he takes some of Pat Connaughton's minutes just for defensive purposes because Connaughton is an all right defender, but neither Middleton nor Dame Lillard are elite defenders at their age at this point in their careers. So, Lopez locking things down to the paint. Giannis can really guard anybody, but you're going to need that elite perimeter defender. So maybe MarJon does start for a little bit, but the bench is looking like this if MarJon stays on it. Bobby Portis is the 6th man. Well, Bobby, Malik, and MarJon will be the first 3 off the bench. I don't know in what order. Jay Crowder, it feels like he's been on about 87 different teams at this point, but he's still in the league, still kicking. And I think, maybe he plays a big role for the Bucks this year because as that, experience, he's got finals experience, playoff experience. I think he will be good for them. You also got Andre Jackson Jr., who we talked about down there, who could help him out a good bit. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking this year for the Milwaukee Bucks. What are y'all's thoughts? Let me know down in the comments below. If Beasley can go back to averaging 20 a game as a 6th man and maybe win like a 6th man of the year award, that would be crazy. That would be best case scenario. I think if that happens, there's really no way you can stop this team with that coming off the bench. But like I said, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I think this is a team that is capable of winning a championship 100%. I'm not saying they're going to, but definitely capable, definitely one of the front runners. I'm really excited to see how Dame and Giannis are able to play off of one another because of, like we said, Giannis with the versatility to really do anything in the open court. Dame averaged 7 assists a game last year. A little bit more of the traditional point guard compared to Drew Holiday. So, yeah, I'm really excited. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, though. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like button and hit that subscribe button if you are not already. If you made it this far into the video, you're a GOAT. Thank you so much. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.